Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again, Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your star Scentsy consultant. So today what I have for you is the warm review of the 5-bar bundle for our holiday collection this year, and the packaging is adorable. The price of this set is going to be $25, and this will be available on October the 1st of 2025. Now, the Harvest collection, when I reviewed that cold sniff, I wasn't sure if I was really going to like it, and over time, I have really fallen in love with the whole group. The holiday collection, I was really pleasantly surprised with it when I did the cold sniff reviews, and as I have warmed them, 3 or 4 out of the 5 I would definitely happily warm again. Maybe 1 or 2 of them I would consider clubbing, and then there's one that it just needs to strengthen because you could barely smell it even in a bedroom. So let's start with probably the most successful of the group, and that's going to be Frosted Eucalyptus. So this is a really, really gorgeous bar, you guys. Sparkling bergamot, eucalyptus leaves, white sage, and creamy sandalwood meet in a balanced moment of calm and bright. This does give you a very Christmassy frosted forest kind of a smell. It's good and strong. It's really, really nice. I'm using it today in the house just to kind of calm everything down, and the family loved it, but they did say it smells Christmassy. Does it smell like a Christmas tree? No. It's almost more like that frosted wreath kind of a smell that you might have hanging on your door, and you've got the pretty seeded eucalyptus that was so popular almost a decade ago, and it's out in a really bracing, chilly winter storm. So this Frosted Eucalyptus, I would say if you're gonna skip the bundle, throw this one into your club if you like eucalyptus wreath that we've had for a long time. So this one is currently in the catalog. And this is a little bit more soft and fall compared to the Frosted Eucalyptus, which is slightly more crisp and winter. They are similar. So the eucalyptus wreath that's in the catalog has, I believe, mint and the eucalyptus and a little bit of, what's the last thing that's in here? Mint, eucalyptus, and I want to say juniper. And then the Frosted Eucalyptus is bergamot, eucalyptus leaves, white sage, and sandalwood. So these two together, I think for November, amazing. Or January, honestly, amazing. So if you do like eucalyptus wreath, definitely try Frosted Eucalyptus. That's probably the only one where I would say that's like a 9 or a 10 out of 10 for scent appeal, and a 9 out of throw. It's good. The next one that I have here is going to be the caramel macadamia nut. Now, I love the scent of this. So Scentsy says that this is a decadent mixture of caramelized sugar and creamy tonka, which melts into toasted macadamia. But I've gone through the whole first bar of this out in the open concept, and I did that as soon as I got the bars. Then I've had a bit of a gap for warming because I had a bad cold, and there's no way you can review something brand new when you can't smell much. So I had to wait until I was better. Now, I just put 2 cubes of this caramel macadamia nut in my Be Kind warmer in my bedroom today. There are some bars with Scentsy that they just literally need 2 or 3 weeks after a pour of whatever it is that we get them. I don't know how many days or weeks they've been available before we get our early access bars, but without fail, I've been doing this several years now. There's a bar or 2 in our early access things for holiday and harvest. Like, they're okay when you first get them. I'm sure that's going to happen with Moonlight Whisper too. You let them sit for a bit and they are so much better. So the caramel macadamia nut already has improved drastically for me. The 2 cubes in my bedroom, very, very nice. And you get that caramelized sugar, the tonka, the macadamia. So it's not overly sweet, but it's a nutty, sort of mid-tone caramel scent, and I really like it. The thing that is closest to me that I've already had is Caramel Vanilla Delight, which is much sweeter. And this is more like boozy. But as far as a similarity in the caramel and just kind of the nature and the tone of the bar, the Caramel Vanilla Delight is stronger and sweeter, but if you liked that, I think that you will like the Caramel Macadamia Nut very much. Now, we have the Spiced Pecan Cream in the Harvest Collection. That is super strong, and I really like it, but I can find it a little overwhelming, whereas this Caramel Macadamia Nut in the bedroom, that 2 cubes is perfect. Like, it's just delicious. And that would be very good mixed with creamy vanilla scents, or maybe even like a spicy gingerbread scent. Really, really nice. The next one I have here is going to be snowed in flannel. And Scentsy says that this is soft layers of cozy cotton that warm up sugared musk, white woods, and a sprinkle of pink pepper. Now this one I'm only getting kind of a cozy medium. I did put this in my kitchen. I know it seems a little weird, but my kitchen and my front room, because I was trying to compare it to the frosted eucalyptus for strength. This is not quite as strong, but I think in a medium to small zone where you would logically warm this, maybe in a bedroom, a study, or a laundry room, would be really nice for this. I think that's the right strength. And I wanted to compare this with its cotton, musk, and white woods and pink pepper. So it's slightly cozy. It's not really laundry too much. The cotton just makes it cozy. I wanted to compare that to good old Fluffy Fleece, which similar packaging, similar concept, but Fluffy Fleece is far stronger. And Fluffy Fleece has this old granny perfume heliotrope quality that nothing else we've had in laundry has quite duplicated. So the snowed in flannel is cozier. This is more like some of the things that we have had pop up in clearance recently that were in the Hygge collection, or like there was a cozy collection, and like there was a toasty cabin, different things of that nature. This is a little more like that, but it doesn't have the bite of the wood that some of those other cabiny bars that have been popping up in sales have had. So if you liked Fluffy Fleece, but you wanted the granny floral out of it, you're gonna like snowed in flannel, is what I think I'm trying to say. It was very good. So the only one that was really a womp is gonna be the very last one. I did like the festive fruit punch as well. Oak Barrel holds a jubilant celebration of apple, orange, and raspberry. Now this one, I liked it, but I can see people not liking it. If you didn't like the woodsy scent in the black raspberry woods when we did the black raspberry vanilla Scentspirations, I don't know that you will love this bar. It's got this oaky, slightly, to some people, funky quality. But to me, it's just a mix of the orange and the raspberry and then that oak barrel. This is medium level at best. To me, this is really more of a November bar or even a late October bar. I don't see this as Christmas at all, but I do like it. Is it something I would club? No, it's one of those where if people didn't care for it, it's funny. I'm getting buried in the crimson berries and pomegranate bar from the harvest bar grouping because people don't care for it, and I like it. So thank you to all of you who have sent me that, especially one friend who's given me a good amount. But it's funny. That's coming to me, and I have a suspicion that some of these may come to me too. I like both of them. I think between the two, the Crimson Berries bar is like really good for Thanksgiving, and this is a little more generic. As far as strength, it's about the same as Jeweled Pomegranate, but the Jeweled Pomegranate has more of a clean scent. This is more like a nice mandarin punch with pomegranate, where this Festive Fruit Punch, it's funky and oaky, but I like it. So I think everyone will love the frosted eucalyptus and the snowed in flannel, and if you are a bakery person and it performs well enough for you, the caramel macadamia nut. The Festive Fruit Punch up for debate. And then last but not least, Jingle Bell Blooms. This is beautiful, but it's practically scentless, at least the one time that I warmed it, and I put a good number of cubes in my bedroom. And this is Winter Jasmine, Crisp Air, and Iridescent Musk. It's so pretty. This would make a great perfume, but it doesn't have enough oomph, at least right now. I will definitely melt it again, and I probably should have melted it a second time before I did this review because the caramel macadamia nut was so much better on second melt, but I don't know. I'll probably get to this again. Just look for it in my empties sometime between now and Thanksgiving. So as a group, I would recommend these, not quite as enthusiastically as the Harvest, as a whole bundle. If you have party credits and you're curious, I don't think you're wasting your money on it, but I would recommend clubbing Frosted Eucalyptus, Snowed in Flannel, and or Caramel Macadamia Nut. And then depending on whether you like those funky oaky notes with your cider and punch, the Festive Fruit Punch. And if you are scent sensitive and you really like delicate florals, Jingle Bell Blooms reminds me so much of snowdrops pushing up out of the snow in March. This would be a really, really gorgeous late winter melt if it strengthens some. So that is my opinion on these. They are really nice. I may club the frosted eucalyptus and the caramel macadamia nut at least for a minute, or do a special club order and get quite a few of the caramel macadamia nut because it's not overwhelming. And the longer it sits, the more delicious I think this one gets. So that's my most improved for sure. But man, if you don't really like pine tree and you can handle the gentle kind of eucalyptus that's in eucalyptus wreath, you have to try this frosted eucalyptus. This is a stunner. This is a really, really elegant bar. It'd be great for January too. This would be good with snowflakes and sage. So this is Elizabeth with Elizabeth Quinn. I hope that you are having a great day, and I hope you are looking forward to the holiday collection that's going to launch on the 1st of October. We have these beautiful mercury glass warmers that are supposed to kind of look like a vintage Christmas warmer, or a vintage Christmas ornament. They don't have a top, which I think that's a miss on Scentsy's part. I wish that they would have done a top similar to this, but looked like an ornament hook. But anyway, they have those. They have these beautiful Christmas trees that are just made out of ceramic. They don't glow, they're an element, but they make great decorations in a Christmas village or up on your mantle. It comes in green and in white, and it just goes on and on and on. So check out the website on October the 1st, along with the launch of the warmer and scent of the month, which I'm hoping is getting delivered today, so I can do a review on that. I'm so excited. And then all the other goodies that they have been putting out there, new special things. There's a Shrek warmer, there's another Disney Haunted Mansion warmer. It just goes on and on and on. So please don't forget to check out the website over the next month or two, because so many things come down the pike around the holidays. So this is me getting off. God bless, guys. Bye-bye.